Okay, it's time again for a project pan update. This is what I've got here. These are my empties, so we'll start with those, like always. First, I have the Freeman Facial Peel-Off Mask in Cucumber. I like peel-off masks. It kind of makes me feel like I'm in a horror movie. And I like actually peeling it off, but I don't really feel like they do anything. I think I have another one in my cabinet. I'm not sure, but I have a lot of masks anyway, so I'm not going to buy another one for a while, but I wouldn't be opposed to this at a later date. Then I have the Avon Clear Skin Blackhead Eliminating Daily Astringent. I could only use this really on my forehead and the outsides of my face where my face is not quite as dry. I couldn't really use it on my cheeks because it dried them out pretty badly. It smelled a lot like alcohol because it has alcohol in it. I would not buy this again. Then I finished the Clarisonic Refreshing Gel Cleanser. I liked this while I had it. I don't know actually if they even sell it alone because I actually got it when I bought the Clarisonic. But it's probably more than I would pay for it, and I have a lot of face wash still left to go through, so I probably would not get this again. Then I finished the Michael Todd Jojoba Charcoal Facial Scrub, and I liked this okay. It had like a faint licorice-y kind of scent, which I'm not a huge fan of. I got this, I think, in an Ipsy bag, and I probably would not get it. I have the Laura Mercier face polish, and I really like that one, so I probably would not get this again. Then I have the Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray. Technically, I'm cheating on this a little bit. It's not completely gone, but you can see how the cap is messed up, so what I've been doing is filling it in a travel size bottle. I had just enough for the travel size bottle, and I decided that I didn't really feel like having 2 bottles, so I just dumped it all into the Cool Flash one that I have in the project pan. And it was really only about the size of like the old travel size Urban Decay ones, but seeing I mixed it in with the other one, I'm considering this one done. Then I finished the Derm Store Lip Quench Moisture Infused Lip Treatment, and I actually really liked this. It's very, very thick, so if you put on a good layer at night, it will actually still be there in the morning, and that's what I use this for. I don't really like using it during the day because I do feel that it's a little thick. It's not one that you could put on while you're putting on your makeup and then put lipstick over. It's just too thick for that. But I liked it for overnight, so I would consider getting this again when I'm done with all the other lip balms. Then I have the Shiseido Benefits Wrinkle Resist Balancing Softener, and I finished that completely up before I finished the moisturizer. I did like this. I don't think I'd buy it separately. Maybe one day I'd buy the kit again, or if I happen to see it again at TJ Maxx where I found other Shiseido products in the past, I might get it, but I would not pay full price for this because it is rather expensive. And then what's left in here are the samples that I've been working through. I might have said that I had 11 samples total when I started, but there were actually 12 because I found one stuck in another one. So I have 12 samples total, and I finished the De-Slick in a tube, and I actually used this as a face primer, and it really did keep my face matte. So I don't know if they still make this. If they do, I would probably get it eventually when I run out of primers, or find something similar to that, because it actually really did work as a face primer. But I only got one use out of the sample because of the way I used it. Then I finished the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion sample. It lasted about 2 times before it dried out. I've used this before. I like it. I have a sample. I probably would not buy a full size again. I have the Stila Illuminating Tinted Moisturizer. I was actually really surprised at how much I liked this. I would probably get this at some point in the future because I really did like it. Then I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette sample, and I used that all up, and this is in palette 5. I actually really did like this. 2 of the colors were already used, but I did use the other 3. I have no need for palettes though, so I probably would not try to hunt this down. I finished one of the Naked Skin samples from Urban Decay, and this was in the shade 2.0. Even 2.0 was a little bit dark for me. I am definitely not going to be able to use that last sample in there, and I'm having to mix the other ones. But I did try this. It was okay. I got about 2.5 uses out of this. Then I have the Stila Sheer Color Tinted Moisturizer. I don't even really remember this one, so I would not get this again. I have the Perfect Cheek Perfection Gel in Blushed. Surprisingly, I did like this, and it actually prompted me to kind of start using the Tarte one that I've got. So I wouldn't buy this, but I did like it. Then I have the Urban Decay Primer Potion sample in Greed. Like the other one, this lasted about 2 days or 2 uses before drying out. I might have a sample of this. No, I don't think so. I think I have the other one. This one was actually shiny, like kind of a gold color. So I probably wouldn't get that again because there are tons of eyeshadow bases and stuff like that that do the same kind of shiny thing. So I would not get this. And then I have the Jouer Luminizing Moisture Tint sample, and this was in Golden. I think this one was a little too dark. I had had a different shade sample prior, and I think that was a little too dark. I actually really do like this, however, I would be concerned buying it off of the website, which I think is where you can get it. I haven't seen it in stores, and I would not want to spend as much as this costs and get the wrong shade. Okay, those were all my empties, so now on to this other stuff. I have the number 7 Beautiful Skin Cleansing Water. I barely used it because I was trying not to use it on my face, but use it as a spot cleanser for my brushes. Obviously, that's not going to get it gone. So I'm going to have to start using it on my face again, even though I don't really like it, but I'm almost out of makeup wipes anyway. Then I have this Redken Extreme Anti-Snap. I actually use quite a bit. It's down there at that bottom line now. If I continue using it at the same rate, I'll probably finish it in about a month and a half. Then I have the Japanese Cherry Blossom, and I'm right there at that bottom line, so I used a little bit, but this is the largest part of the container, so once I get further down it should go a lot quicker. I used this like maybe 1 or 2 times. It was actually very drying on my skin this time. It's probably feels like it's about there. I may or may not be able to finish it considering how dry my skin gets in the winter. Then I have the natural waterless shampoo from the Shampoo Plus. It's kind of hard to tell, but I think it's right around here. There's not a lot in it, so I should be able to finish that. And here's the Cool Flash. It's probably now about halfway, seeing I dumped the other stuff in there. So I'll just continue using that, but I should be able to use it up. Here's the Shiseido Day Emulsion. I am right there at the end. So this should be done actually before the month is over. I'm actually having to dump it upside down and shake it to get product out now. And the foundation that I'm using is the Makeup Forever HD. I have been mixing in some of the darker sample colors in with it. Someone very nicely told me how to take off the cap for this, so now I can see where it is. It is right under the HD, right on top of where it says high definition. So I feel like I have used a whole bunch of this, and I do need to make sure to use it up quickly because this foundation does not work for me in the winter. Because of that, I've not worked on the airbrush makeup from Sally Hansen, the Benefit Hello Flawless, or the little samples, though I will probably start mixing the samples into the other stuff. And then I have the Tarte Clean Slate face primer that I have put into here. And it's kind of hard to tell, but I'm that far down. So basically it's from this plastic part down to the white base there. So I should definitely get this done. I find though when it's in the pot I actually tend to use more than when it's in the squeeze tube, which I'm not sure is a good thing or not, but it's getting it done. And I have all my eye primers here. The only ones again that I'm still using are the Benefit Stay Don't Stray and the Tarte one here. They do not seem to be drying out or coming to an end anytime soon. I use the Stay Don't Stray actually as an under eye primer and a primer for my concealer on really red spots. And then this one, so truthfully, I'm not even sure that I'll get to the other ones if this one does not dry out soon. Then I'm still using this Elizabeth Arden Lash Extending Treatment Mascara. It, however, does not work on my bottom lashes, so I'll probably go ahead and start using this and see if it will work on that too. Then I'm still using these. This is where the Ooh La Lift is. It doesn't look like it's going down because it takes so little, but I use it all the time. And the Benefit Eye Bright is right there. It's actually getting very hard to sharpen. Now the wood is not easily sharpened here, and it's about that long. I'm not sure how long the pencil actually will go though. So it could be, if it can get all the way down here, then I'll have a little while to go. If it won't sharpen past a point like maybe right here, then it'll be sooner. I do like this though. I have not used the dark circle roller, truthfully, because I keep forgetting about it. And I have not used this this month. I'll wait till it gets cooler and will not melt off my face. So I have been using the Fake Up, and it is right here. have used erase paste a few times, but it is not any more close, I guess, to being done than it was before. For me, it takes so little. I mean, it's got this kind of well in it, but for me it takes so little, otherwise it cakes up under my eyes and makes them look really lined, I guess, and patchy. So I basically like dab my finger in for a second, and that's as much as I need. So this one's just not going anywhere. Then I have the e.l.f. concealer. I think it's called Cover Everything, but this has worn off. And I'm right there. It doesn't feel like a whole lot of progress from last time when I hit pan, but I am working on it. And I actually really do like this. And I have the Urban Decay Moonshine Cream Highlight. And I do have a dip in it. I do not know how deep this pan actually is though, so I'm not sure how close I am to hitting pan. Hitting pan though may be what my goal has to be for this. I seriously doubt I can finish this whole thing with as slow as it's going. Then I have the Benefit 10 boxed blush, and it's like this, so there is a dent. I'm still not sure if this is causing me to break out or not, so I'm still using it, but it does not look like it's going down at all. And I do actually use the brush that came with it. Excuse it for being dirty, because I was just using it. But, so, I mean, it's basically like I swipe it and swipe it, so there's no like really concentrated spot where it's being used. Then I have been using this Tarte for True Blood Natural Cheek Stain in Glamour Me, and I actually really do like this. I thought truthfully that it would be way too red, but because it's, I guess, a gel, it comes off much lighter than it actually looks in the tube. I just don't know a good way to apply this because it, I guess, gets dirty if I put it on just on top of the foundation, and then, you know, I have to clean it off. But even though I've used it this month, it takes very little, so no real progress has been made on that. It looks like I haven't even used it. Then I have this oil control finishing powder, and I heard someone call it Firene for the brand, so I guess that's what it is. Basically, these marks are how far it's down. What I've been doing is tapping it so that the label is even like this, and then tapping it down, and that's how I've been marking it, so that it's like this, just to kind of tell. And I've still been using the Kat Von D tattoo liner. It does not seem to be dying anytime soon, and it's actually really old and it's still lasting. The Rimmel Scandalize in Nude. It's that long. I haven't really used it much this month. I have not used the Cottage Cheese or the Lime Crime liner. I also have not used the Tarte gel liner in black. I am still using the brown for my eyebrows. And it is like that. I don't know if I'll be able to finish the whole thing, but I should be able to finish a good chunk of this, and it doesn't seem like it's drying out anytime soon, even though I have had these for a while. Then I have the cream eyeshadows and the loose one. I have not used the Makeup Forever. This loose one here, which I don't really like a lot, or Up the Ante from MAC. I have been using Impeccably Rich. It looks like this. So, you know, again, I'm not sure that I'll even really be able to get to those, but, you know, I should be able to finish at least this one by the end of the thing. Then I have this Holika Wine Therapy Sleeping Mask, and you can actually see in there, it's right at the wine, on top of wine. And I'll actually be using this a good bit more in the winter than I am now. And I like this. It kind of smells, it's not quite like red wine, but it kind of smells like almost like a fermented grape jelly. So it's not that bad. But it's just very thick. So you have to not mind getting it on your pillow and all that. Then these are the last of my samples. I'm currently working on the Naked Skin shade 3.5, and this is definitely too dark for me, but I'm mixing it in with the Makeup Forever so it evens it out some. And, you know, I'm definitely not going to be able to use shade 8 no matter how much I mix that in, so I'm not even going to count that. I might be able to get away with Naked Skin shade 4. We'll have to see about that one. I'll actually have to try it and see how it works. And if it does not work at all, I'm not going to try to force that. And then I have the Stila In the Moment eyeshadow palette sample. And it looks like this. I haven't really touched the top row except for some of that black, and I'm working on this bottom one. And I like it okay. I have, I think, In the Garden from Stila, so I do like their eyeshadows. But okay, and now on to probably the most disappointing part of this, and that is the lip products. I realized how little lip products I actually use on a regular basis from this. And I guess that's a good thing about this. It kind of shows me what I actually use and what I don't. And from the way this is going, I never need to buy a lip product again because this is just not moving. So I think I may have used Relaxation once or twice before switching to the Tarte Cheek Stain. I haven't really used these on my lips. I've really only used them on my cheeks. And I think the only lip gloss that I have used was Strange Potion, but it got kind of shoved to the bottom of my purse and I kind of forgot about it. All these lipsticks I have not used. I've only used Gem of Roses, and I keep that one in my purse. And it's right there, so I've still got a good bit on that anyway. And I guess I'm at least going to try to finish this one completely. And I have used the Makeup Forever in 15. Some, but it truthfully, it's only been a couple times and it doesn't really look like I've used it. It hasn't like changed the shape of it. I have not used the Lip Erase in Pale. Now I have been using the Tread Gently Tender Tone from MAC, and it does have a dip in it. I don't know if I'll be able to finish this totally, but I should be able to make a good chunk. I actually really do like this, and it's kind of a shame that it's my only lip balm left in this, because I've been trying to use it just as a lip balm when I'm wearing it around the house, but it gives a really nice gold sheen, and I actually like to put it over the purple lipstick. So I actually really do like this, and I didn't think it would be that pretty on, but I do like it. Okay, and that is everything for my project pan. I am more than halfway through my time limit on this. As you can see, I mostly get through the skincare and stuff like that, so I'm not really sure just how much I'll be able to get through, but I'm going to keep going and see how much I can get through and how much I can at least hit some pan on. So I will continue to update, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.